This is going to be another relocations vlog. I don't know what the number is, I have lost track, but I'll post it into the video box if anybody cares to peep it. So, after weeks and weeks and weeks of absolutely nothing, I have located a house, and the contracts are signed, and the deposit is paid. And if all goes well from here on out, the house will be mine. It's not going as I expected. Yeah, a lot of it's not going as I wanted it to. I had envisioned that the process would be more enjoyable, more memorable. I had intended to do a pretty extensive video series on the process that covered everything from start to finish. Mostly even just for myself, just to have a recollection of what happened, because it's a huge event. But I really wasn't able to do that because there was nothing to record other than failed attempt after failed attempt for months. And then there was just nothing, no attempts to even make. And then all of a sudden something came up, and it went so fast that there was really no time to sit there and do videos and collect thoughts and feelings and organize them into a video. So I just didn't do it. I may do some of it after the fact, once we're there. But generally speaking, there's no video documentation that I wanted. The process right now is, there's a couple different ways you can look at it. I am looking at it as the objective is move in there as soon as possible. And so what that's going to look like is taking what I have, so all the stuff in the bedroom, all the stuff here in the basement, because I have a lot of pieces of furniture in the studio room, like that are good pieces of furniture. I have several shelves that are like nice bedroom shelves. I have a computer cabinet. I have a dining room, not a dining room table, but like that thing that you would put next to the table to just put dishes on or whatnot. And I have a bench in there, and then my mother wants to get rid of the couch on the other side of the room, so I'll take the couch and those tables. You know, that's that small one that goes in front of the couch and on the sides. So take all that stuff and go over there, clean it up, and just exist the same way I'm existing here, over there. Well, no, not exist the same way. That's not at all correct. The environment will look the same way over there as it does over here. The existence is not going to be anything like what it is here. Good grief. Much quieter over there. So the furniture will just go. The walls are going to be ugly. The kitchen is ugly. And that's just what it's going to be for now. The objective will be to move in, be able to live there, and then as time and money and the materials present themselves, then I'll turn it into what I want. This particular house was a difficult decision, because there was an emotional component that said this isn't really it's not really at all what I dreamed of. But it was an easy choice to execute. because it just made sense. On the logical side of it, you can't buy what's not for sale. And the unfortunate, unwanted reality in this particular timeline is that what I really wanted doesn't exist. And so people kept telling me, oh, just keep waiting for what you want to show up. It's aimless, because prices are only going up. The interest rates are going up by the day, up and up and up. The price of houses are going up and up and up. I'm not seeing any trend that's going in the direction I want it to go. And life is going by. And in order to live the life I want to live, I need to have that house. Well, not that. I need to have a house. So you have to weigh the practicality of it. Do you just keep waiting for a dream to happen? Or do you take what's in front of you and what's practical? So that's what I did. Now, I made sure that the feature set of things that you can't change was correct. I made sure it was quiet. I made sure it had a decent yard. It had the public water, the public sewer. It had a room with cathedral ceilings. It had a 2-car garage. It had the basement. It had the things that you really can't just up and change or buy. What it doesn't have is, other than the bathroom, which is old and original to the house, parts of it anyways, there's nothing cosmetically appealing about the house almost whatsoever. The kitchen is unappealing. Everything is painted white. I don't even like white. The carpet is gray. I don't like gray. So there's all these things about it cosmetically that are not correct. But you can replace the carpet, you can redo the walls, you can replace the trim, you can redo the kitchen. All that can be done. I can find vintage fixtures to put up. I can find old appliances to put in the kitchen. I can do all that with time. But the reality is, trying to find a house that's already in that state was just not going to happen. Because, unfortunately, and this is not an intrinsic trend, but oftentimes people that take care of the house and maintain it refinish it every decade or so. So if you buy a house that's more or less move-in ready, like this one is, that's the state it's going to be in. If you find a house that's old, there's usually neglect. Not always. There's plenty of houses out there that are perfectly preserved time capsules of an era. But a lot of times, the older ones are not kept correctly. And so what happens is, you end up having to redo everything anyways. So why have to tear out something that you like to fix it and then put something else that you like back, when you can just cancel what you don't like and then put what you want in? Since you have to do that most likely, it just makes more sense this way. So this is where it's at. Outrageous price, overpaid, crazy interest rate, the whole 9 yards. Can't get away from that. Completely unappealing cosmetics, but it's a nice, well-built house. So it's an older house. It's an era where stuff was built well, and it has the correct feature set to be what I want. I just have to turn it into what I want, which is going to take a lot of time and a lot of energy and a lot of money, especially now. But if that's what it takes, I'm willing to put that in, and that whole process should make a great video series.